Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about my favorite authors in my library. Now, I have tons of favorite authors that are not highlighted here, but I want to talk about my favorite authors in my libraries that I have been collecting. I will have some honorable mentions at the end, but I want to start first with the ones that are in my library that I absolutely love, that I have to absolutely share with you guys. So I'm going to start with Catherine Cowles. She's up first in my library. And if you can see, let's back up a little bit. This whole shelf is her. And then starting up there, we're curving over here. So I started with her Lost and Found series, which is the first one up here. So I've always thought this was fun when I watched other YouTubers do it, and now I totally get it. This is Editing Liz. So the first series that I actually read from Catherine Cowles is the Tattered and Torn series. I started with either Falling Embers or Tattered Stars. I started in the middle of that series, absolutely loved it, went back to the beginning and then read that entire series. And then we moved on to the Lost and Found series. And then, as you can tell, I have a thing for special editions. That's for her first series that I read. And then here in her Lost and Found series, I have a special edition of Whispers of You and Echoes of You. And then she later went on to do these special editions from herself. Aren't they beautiful? So each of the book has, like, you have the cover, you have the sprayed edges on each one, and then you have a quote in the back. Just gorgeous. So she has that for every single one. And then she also went on to do it with the Tattered and Torn series. So there is 5 books in this series. And then she did, hold on, let me show you, All the Missing Pieces as a standalone. And then we went to her Sparrow Falls series up there. So interestingly enough, she was picked up with this series. So I started, so if you can tell, I have the couple covers over here. I really like the couple covers, but when she started this series, she did, for the first 3 books, have the couple series. But then when she was picked up, she did these editions without the couples. So I have the full set of the ones after she was picked up with the non-couples covers, and then I have the first 3 where she did the couples. She didn't finish the couples, so I don't have that complete, but I kept them because I absolutely loved it. And then I have this limited edition trope arc that she does. I absolutely loved it for that. And then I have this Secret Haven cover, the special edition cover, and then her newest book, Across the Vanishing Sky. And so if I'm thinking about it, I love all of these series. All of them were 5+ stars. All of them I can highly recommend. You can start anywhere with her series. I do have to go back and read the series prior to Lost and Found. I always forget the name of that one. And read that series and then her standalone. And that is a goal of mine. I want to read every single book she has ever written. I absolutely love her. Though I think I saw her somewhere say, don't read her first book, but it was her first book. I have to read it. But if I have to pick my favorite of hers, oh, it's so hard. Ashes of You was my favorite in her Lost and Found series. Sorry. But Fractured Sky was my favorite in that series. Ashes of You was my favorite in that series. And then in her Sparrow Falls, oh my God, I would have to say Secret Haven. Interestingly enough, those have all been the last books in the series, but those have been my favorite. But I will say that Across the Vanishing Sky, which is the first book in her next series, and I've already forgot what she calls it. Starlight Grove, book 1. I absolutely love this one. So this one might go up as my favorite. But if she writes it, I will read it. I had the opportunity to meet her. She is so sweet. She's a sweetheart. I absolutely love her. And that's why she takes so much of my library, because if she writes it, I will read it. Okay, so up next would be Corinne Michaels. So Corinne Michaels, I actually own every single book that she's ever written. So it starts with Beloved in her, oh, sorry, I was just wondering because I only have one of this. I have this, I found it and I must have it, but I don't have the second book in this cover, but I do have it in the original covers. Okay, wanted to make sure that you will stand. So I'm gonna have to look and see if I can find the other cover for that. I don't know how I ended up, but these are her couple covers. So I have every book she's written, but it looks like I still need to get the second book in that edition. Sorry, I'm just gonna put these back in here. So this was the first series that she ever wrote, but they were interconnected duets for most of them, and some she did only write one, like which is this one. Defenseless was only one book for that couple, but this was her first series. And then we jumped to her Arrowhead Brothers. But yes, if she wrote it, I have it. I even have like let me show you the special books that she did with like other authors. I have these two. I have all her series, and then I have her newest ones down here. And then she did these special covers. So she did Beloved and Beholden. And then she did Consolation. So this one's easy. If you're going to ask me what my favorite books of her, it is going to be her Liam book. So this is actually both books together, Consolation and Conviction, from her Salvation series, which is the first series. But like I said, they're interconnected duologies, except for one that's a standalone. If you ask me what my favorite book of hers is, it is this duology with Liam. He's my favorite character of hers. I love her. I mean, she's had some amazing books. I recommend all of them. She's had great heroines, and great heroes. Absolutely loved them. But this is one that stayed with me. I love him. Anytime that he appears, I am so excited. I will show you. So that's something that she did. She did a special in her book. Look at this character arc of Liam. I mean, you have to love that. But anyway, sorry, I don't mean to show you my bag. But the actual covers, so the original covers of these, aren't they gorgeous? I just love them. But the other one was a special edition. So another top author of mine, love her. And I forgot, she did for them. She did a continuation, a consolation duet, special edition with the couple that I love. So absolutely love her. Absolutely amazing. And so right now, she takes up this entire row, and then the special edition. She does have the new release now, her new releases, which I think I have to fix here. Oh, so that's why. So it goes up to her series here, and then she did some standalones. So that's what these are. This one and this one. And then she wrote this book with Melanie Harlow, but I put it here because I have all her books. Sorry. I like to have everything organized and at the edge. So now I have to fix it. So we have her. Okay, now we have to go down here. Sorry. So Laura Lynn Page is an OG author. She is somebody that I read 2013 to 2015. I found her on the Fix series. Absolutely loved it. Hudson is one of my OG top 5 boyfriends that will never change. And so I don't have every book she's written. I have some of my top favorites. So I have the Fix edition, the Fix series. This is the original trilogy. And then she did 2 additional books in that series that I put here. And then I'm part of her art team and have been for a long time. So a while back, she sent the Fix series in Italian or Spanish. What version is this? Oh, in Spanish. I could actually read this if I wanted to, but I loved adding that. Hold on. Let me put that. She is going to update the covers for these, so I'm waiting to see what all she adds because I'm excited to add more. And then I have some of her Dirty series. I have read like just about every book that she's written. I've read the series in betweens. I just haven't had a chance to collect them. But the Fix and You series is one of my top favorites. She's one of my top favorite authors. I absolutely love her. And then we go down here. So Devney Perry is an author that I've also been following for a long time. However, I only have her. Let me just grab the top book. Sorry, I had to go down here. The Edens. So I have, if you can see right here, I do have all 5 books in this series. Indigo Ridge, Juniper Hill, Garnet Flats, Jasper Vale, Crimson River Sable Peak. I love this series. I have read her other series. Oh my God, the birthday. Her birth. I have to put the cover here, the book here. But it's the Happy Birthday List or something like that. One of my top favorites of hers. Absolutely loved it. And then she recently got into romantasy, and I read Shield of Sparrows. It's funny. My daughter, her husband, and I read it and loved it. Then her newest, book 2 in that series, Rights of Starling. Isn't that just gorgeous? I absolutely love that. Love it, love it, love it. And then she has the ocean. Oh my God, look at that. So this is the second book in the series. So this is mine and my daughter's 2 books, 2 broads and a book. April pick. So I'm going to start this one soon so I can read it, but absolutely loved it. If I have to pick a favorite of hers, it would be the birthday book, which I can't remember the name. I have to put it up here. And Shield of Sparrows. I don't know about this one yet, but I really enjoyed Shields of Sparrows. It was so good. And she's a favorite author of mine. Again, I don't have a lot of her books, but I absolutely love her. Okay, just going to take a quick break to share my Milo, who's hanging out with me. Isn't he a cutie? Anyway, so I would be remiss by not mentioning M. Robinson, the Queen of Angst. So I found her with the Good Old Boys series. So I think when I started reading it, 2 of the books had been out already. The other 2 were still coming out. And oh my God, I loved it. So I have been reading her since that series. I have not read her backlist. I have to get to it eventually. But I have Complicate Me, Forbid Me, Undo Me, Crave Me. Let me see if I can show it. Oh my God. That series is my favorite series from her, without a doubt. Though I do love the one with one of their daughters, Mia, which I just realized I don't have that book. How do I not have that book? And then I have El Diablo, and then she did another series, the Second Chance series. So I have that, and then I have the special edition of Tempting Enemy. So I don't have all of her books, but I do have her highlighted because she is one of my top favorite authors. She's the Queen of Angst. She's absolutely amazing. Would highly recommend her. That series to me from her is untouchable. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely amazing. And then continuing on, I have a lot of books, right? But I'm trying to feature those that I just absolutely love. So then right up there has to be Sierra Simone. So if you can see, I have 2 series of hers up there, 3. I have to figure out what this one is and share it. And then I have her American, the Camelot series, American Queen, American Prince, American King. These are her originals, and then these were special edition. And then her Lioness series. So I don't have every single book she wrote because the series that includes Priest, amazing, highly recommended. I do need to add that, but she's absolutely amazing. Hands down, I could recommend her. She's absolutely amazing. Okay. So that now brings us to Tijan. I think I've shared before. I originally read her Carter Reed. I think there's a duology, and then I kind of lost her along the way somewhere. And then she wrote, she was coming out with Teardrop Shot, which this is the OG cover of it. And I was blogging by this point, and so I signed up to read it and reviewed it. Haven't looked back since. Have not looked back since. So she does have a big series, Falcon Crest series, that I have not read because it's huge. I'll get to it to some point. I've read some standalones in that series, but not that series because it's just so much. So again, I have a thing with special editions. So Teardrop Shot, and then like I said, the OG cover. After this book, she won me over. I absolutely loved her. She's just amazing. She does mental health and just her couples and she draws you in those stories, and you absolutely love them. So I read this one next, or the Teardrop Shot, and she had me hooked since then. Then after that, she came out with Enemies. So Teardrop Shot was my favorite book of hers. ever. And then she came out with Enemies, and then that became my favorite book. So I have the OG. This is her original cover. Sorry about that. I got a call. So I think I talked about Enemies. So this was the next book I read after Teardrop Shot, and Enemies was absolutely amazing. That became my favorite book. Then she released The Not Outcast. And this one, like I said, the way that she treats mental health in her characters and in her stories, and how the main characters care about each other and are there for each other, just pulls me in. So these three are probably my top three favorites of her. Absolutely love them. Right now, probably this one is my number one, The Not Outcast, and then Enemies, and then Teardrop Shot. But honestly, if she writes it, sorry, that was really me up close. And then I also have some other books by her. Hold on, as I move you around here. I have a special edition of Anti-Stepbrother. Then I have a special edition of Hockey with Benefits. I just had to get this. Then she did, I think there's 3 books out. I don't think she necessarily calls them a series, but they're standalones within a series. And I think it's, sorry, hold on. I had to put you down. I forgot what she calls it, but it started as a duology, but then she did write another one. And I think there's 4 now. She released these with Montlake. And so the first one I absolutely love, Dirty Business. And then I'll put the other ones up here. I like the second one, love the third one, love the fourth one. But they're standalones within the same world. You can jump in wherever you want, though that's a great series. I absolutely loved it. And then I had the opportunity to meet her last year, which I was so excited. She came to Arizona to a Barnes & Noble. I was able to meet her. So I got Bad Boy Brody. I haven't read that. I need to read that with her. Frisco is really good. I love this one. My Anti-Hero would probably be my 4th favorite book after these top 3. It's so good. Hold on, let me show you. I think she has a special edition, but I haven't been able to get it. But look at that. So this is the original cover of my Anti-Hero. Again, her characters are just absolutely amazing. I love it. My Brother's Enemies. So I think that was the book from this year. This one came out, I want to say in January, early this year. I absolutely love that one. And then she did a series, I think called The Insiders. So I have those. So I don't have all the books she's written, but I have a good amount. Absolutely love her. And then over here, the last one, give me a second. I have to get up now. I'll probably go to Rebecca Yarros. Rebecca Yarros, I read her contemporary before I read her the Empyrean series, but the Empyrean series, I will say hands down, is my favorite books of hers. So I do have a collection, so this is all knickknacks and different things. And then I have Fourth Wing right here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 version of it, including the Spanish version. Hold on, my dog's right here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions of Iron Flame, including the Spanish version. Hold on, Maggie, I need you to move, baby. And then I have Onyx Storm. This one I have, hold on. This one I have, sorry about that. Maggie, I need you to move, baby. Come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions of it. I don't have the Spanish version yet. I have to see if that one's out. And then I also have special editions of her The Last Letter and The Things We Leave Behind. I haven't read her OG stuff yet. I do need to read those. Sorry, my dog wants to be on top of me right now. But Rebecca Yarros' romances books are absolutely amazing. I do have other books of hers over here. Maggie, I need you to move over there. And then finally, I would say probably Mariana Zapata. And I have my top 3 books of hers right here. Kulti, The Wall of Winnipeg, and All Roads Lead Here. This is the recent one I've read of hers. All Roads Lead Here. And I think this one touched me a lot because I lost my mom a few years ago, and the grief and the loss that they talk about here really resonated with me. Kulti was the first one I read and absolutely loved it, and The Wall of Winnipeg was just so good. So those are my top favorite authors that I highlight on my library that I have big collections of. I mean, obviously, I have a bunch of authors that I love, and I have a bunch of books on here that I absolutely love. But I wanted to talk about the big authors that I have in my library that I love. So, just a couple honorable mentions. I will say, I don't know if we can see it right here, Jewel E. Ann. I absolutely love her book. So I have Before Us, If This Is Love, then I have her trilogy, the Sunday Morning books, The Apple Tree, and a Good Book. So good. And then The Homemaker, she does angst like nobody's business. I absolutely, sorry, I think this is making it too bright. Absolutely amazing. Jana Aston, again, another author that I love. I think I'm only missing one of her books. Well, I'm missing the second half of her Reindeer Falls collection, and then I'm missing one of her books, but also a big author that I love. Hold on. So I want to highlight a couple. Amy Dawes, I have her original Wait With Me, and then her Mountain Men series. I just need the last one. Penelope Douglas, the first book that I ever read of hers was Bully. Absolutely loved it. And then I do have Credence, which I know is not everybody's cup of tea, but absolutely loved it. So I just want to see if there's any other authors to talk about. Then again, Archer's Voice, Mia Sheridan. I do have a couple of her, actually they're all editions of Author's Voice. So I just wanted to pop in. These are not by any means all of my top favorite authors. These are just the top authors that I have in my library. In my Kindle, which I have thousands of, I think I'm up to almost 4,000 books in my Kindle. I have to double check that. I'll put it up here. I have tons of authors that I read, tons of authors that I love. And then separately, I have like my top books. There's a lot of my top favorite books ever that are not even in those authors. I'll do a separate series where I talk about some of my top favorite books ever. But I just wanted to pop in and kind of talk about the top authors that I have in my library, the collections that I have, and what I love. I hope this was a fun video for you guys. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe, comment, like, anything, so that the algorithm keeps continuing me to pop me out there. I hope you like my video. I hope to see you soon. Until next time.